Hello, today I'm going to talk about a global pick from Italy. The artist is Piero Umiliani. The album is La ragazza, dalla pelle from 1970, and the label is Right Tempo SNC. I haven't really addressed this much on my channel, but I have a deep love for soundtracks, for movies, of all kinds, especially for Italian films. But this is a lush, exotic soundtrack from an erotic drama from Italy. It blends jazz, tropical rhythms, Brazilian kind of inspired grooves. If you know the genre exotica, it goes into that a little bit. Also has kind of this lounge aspect. I just think it's super sophisticated. Some of the atmosphere reminds me a lot of spaghetti western films like Ennio Morricone soundtracks. It also fits into the playful Martin Denny exotica kind of atmosphere. When I listen to it, I can practically feel the ocean air. It immerses you in this kind of beach setting in your imagination. I have this addiction to Italian soundtracks from the 60s and 70s. I just love them. I like the spaghetti westerns. I like the giallo horror films. There are some really weird crime films that they put out. All of these things have awesome soundtracks. Essential listening. Here's the track list. It's all in Italian. So there are many songs here. Pelle di Luna is the standout though, and it's kind of the main theme, and it's repeated in different variations throughout the soundtrack. Sega Sega is very Vampirus Lesbos. If you know that soundtrack, it sounds very similar to that. And that's this kind of like psychedelic rock jam. Ricordandoti almost sounds like a noir nightclub or something. It's very smoky feeling and kind of sultry. I also love the final track on here because it brings all of the themes together. It's just really good. The prose. I love the misty vocals. They are quite similar to stuff that Ennio Morricone does. If you know his like female vocals on a lot of his work, it sounds like that. I also think the percussion is awesome. The album just feels far away. It's winter now in Michigan. So it's extremely cold here and icy and a lot of snow, and I'm kind of sick of it. And this album just takes me away. I've spent a lot of time in Southeast Asia over the years because I lived in South Korea, and I would go there on vacations, and I would go to a lot of beaches or islands. And when I listen to this, it just kind of takes me back to being there. There's also this kind of longing about it. Like, I want to go to this place right now. I haven't seen this film, but I suspect it's about star-crossed lovers. That's the vibe I get. I think this is quite smooth. If you like Herb Alpert or Sergio Mendes, you're gonna love this. It's definitely in that same vein. The cons. Some may see this as easy listening or too dated, but I really love this kind of music just in general. You know, stuff like Once Upon a Time in the West, Vampiros Lesbos, Fearless Vampire Killers. The soundtracks for all these films are just great. But with that said, this is not for everyone. It's just a very niche kind of thing. Final thoughts. Like I said, it's very jazzy and sultry. You could see notes of John Barry in here, the composer who did the James Bond theme. If you've heard any of his other stuff, there's definitely similarities. I just think this is great, and if you love any of those people I mentioned, you're gonna adore this. But that's all I got. Link is below. Take care. Have a good day.